What's up, everybody? Tiffany Outdoors here, coming at you with another vlog. I hope you guys are enjoying these vlog videos. I enjoy making them. So today I decided to do a video all about Bailey. Now one of the training videos, I gave a little bit of her backstory, but today I'm going to tell you the whole story, how I got her, why I got her, and everything about her. So first thing I'm going to do, it's kind of still wintry out here, so she's had her blanket on for a few days. Let me show you. Hey girl. And that's her dinner. She's really wanting her dinner right now. But every couple of days what I have to do is take her blanket off, brush her out, and I'm going to put the blanket back on her because it's supposed to be down to 29 tonight. So while I do that and brush her out, I'm going to talk to you. Alright, I hope you guys can see me. I'll get ready to test to make sure you can see me. So first thing I'll do is get this blanket off of her. So in the wintertime when I'm blanketing, putting her blanket on, every couple days I have to come out here and take the blanket off and brush out her hair, because over time with the blanket on, it flattens out their hair. It makes it harder for them to stay warm. So I do this every couple days. Plus she rolls and gets it all dirty and stuff, and she's got junk all in her tail. Take this off. Brush her out. There you go. So Bailey is a full-blooded American quarter horse. She is 21 years old. She'll be 22 at the end of this month. And she is registered. And registered horses have registered names, and her full registered name is Bailey's Sugar Deck. Weird. And I've had Bailey since she was about 8. So I've had her for quite a number of years, almost 13, 14 years, somewhere in there. But she was originally my second trail horse, because I had Sparky. He was a little bit older. He was getting older. And Sparky was my other horse. I didn't formally introduce him, but you'll see him in the background in some of my other videos. And if you follow me on Instagram, there's some pictures up there of him on Instagram. But I lost him a year ago. Well, about a year and a half ago I lost him. He was 33 years old, so he was an old horse, so he lived a nice long life. But Bailey was originally my second trail horse, so in case Sparky got hurt or something, I still had a horse to ride. So that's why I got her. Well, I started looking for another horse, but I got her from one of my co-workers. His cousin was getting out of the horses. He didn't want horses anymore. He had sold all his other ones except for Bailey. And at the time, I didn't even know she was registered or anything. So I was just looking for a trail horse. I wasn't looking for something with superior bloodlines or anything like that, because all I was doing was trail riding anyway. So I went out to look at her, and when I got there, you can tell she had been ridden a little bit when I got there, because she was sweaty. Oh boy, was she sweaty. So I was like, I wasn't sure at first, because a lot of times when you go to look at a horse and the horse is all sweaty, that means somebody has worked them down, so they're not quite so spunky when you ride them. So she was super sweaty, huffing and puffing. I tried her out, loved her right away. But she had some issues. She did have issues, some training issues and things that I had to work with her. She would pull back. So if she felt any pressure on the lead rope, she would panic and pull back. She also wouldn't trailer very well. She wouldn't load in the trailer very well. I could ride her just fine. She was fine riding. Just this green, so she wasn't really highly trained at that time. And so I loved her, fell in love with her, decided to buy her. So I bought her, brought her home, and started the training process, getting to know her, letting her get to know me and stuff, and then started doing the training process. And the training techniques that I use are Clinton Anderson, Pat Pirelli, Chris Cox, any of those guys. Those guys have really excellent training techniques. So I used a lot of them. Did I say Clinton Anderson? Clinton Anderson's my favorite. So I used a lot of their training techniques with her, and a lot of that stuff, oh my goodness, night and day, made a huge difference. Another thing, the old owner was giving her 8 pounds of sweet feed a day. So she was pretty spunky when I got her. I mean, she was hopped up on all that sugar and stuff. So first thing I did was changed her diet. No more sweet, sticky stuff, all pellets. Now I give her, she gets pellets and alfalfa cubes and all the grass she can eat. Oh, her coloring is sorrel, and she is a mare, so she's a female. I haven't bred her, and I'm not going to. She's way past that age now, so I mean, she's 21. That's kind of old for a horse to start having babies. So I never wanted any babies off of her. I just wanted her. And trying to think of anything else. She's very easy to train. I mean, I can teach her something, put her in the pasture, not mess with her for months at a time, and I'll pull her back out and she remembers everything. Super light, hand controls. I ride her with a rope halter with the reins attached underneath. Super light. I can do my pinky like that. She's already stopping. And if I wiggle my pinky, she backs up. So, I mean, super light. So, I never put a bit in her mouth. The other owner used to put a bit in her mouth, and she had problems with that. She had a lot of problems and issues and things, and rearing up when you take the halter off, or the halter off, or bridle. When you take the bridle off, she would rear up, and she just had some issues, and I finally worked through a lot of those issues and things. If you touched her ear, she would pull back and panic, and one time she pulled back so hard that I had a rope halter on her. I had to cut it off of her because the knot got so tight that I couldn't undo it, so I had to cut it off of her. She doesn't do that anymore, thank goodness. I had to really work with her on that. It took a while. Had to work with her on trailer loading. She didn't want to load in the trailer. Worked with her on that. She does really good on the trailer now. She hasn't been in one in quite some time, but the last time I had her on a trailer, she loaded up just fine. So her training with the horseback archery and stuff, she did so well. I mean, she's a pretty calm horse. She's not real spooky. She can be at times. She's thrown me once. She really has thrown me only one time. And if you ride long enough, you're going to get thrown eventually. But she's been just a really, really good horse. I really, really love this horse. She's just so easy, just really easy to take care of. Oh, and another thing. She used to be so scared of her blanket. Her eyes would be straight bugging out of her head. I thought her eyes were going to fall right out of the sockets. She would be so scared. Her eyes would be like this. Huge. She's still kind of nervous about it too. Not as bad as she used to be though. I think she has a newfound appreciation for this thing when it's cold. Did I talk about her coloring? She's a sorrel, but she's starting to get kind of roaned out with all these white highlights in her hair. But she's sorrel. One thing I can say, a lot of people that have had mares say they're nightmares. They have horrible attitudes. Her attitude is just awesome. She doesn't have a bad or nasty attitude. Actually, Sparky was the one that was a little snooty. Maybe, yeah, snooty. I used to call him Poopy Pants. That was his nickname. Little Mr. Poopy Pants. If you didn't have anything to eat, he didn't want nothing to do with you. He didn't even want to. No, he didn't want to. Nothing. He didn't want to do anything, really. But he was the best trail horse. He spooked at nothing. And his gaits were so smooth. His canter, oh my goodness. Rocking horse canter. Oh, just so smooth and light and collected. It was just really nice to ride him at a canter. And Bailey's nickname is Big Girl. That's my big girl. Alright. I feed her twice a day. And she gets Do More Equa Stages is the name of her food. So it's got 14% protein in it. And the alfalfa cubes have a lot of protein in it. And I soak everything down in water. Everything is soaked in water for at least 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours, so that all she has to do is slurp it down. Let me get a shot. I know you can hear her doing all that slurping and stuff. I think it's kind of cute. So with all the water and the feed that I give her, see, horses should take in between 8 to 10 gallons of water a day. She actually gets about 12 to 14 gallons because, or more, because she drinks water out of the water trough on her own, plus all the water that goes into her feed. That will help prevent colic because she's getting so much water, so that's a good thing. Oh, it's chilly out here. Time for me to go inside. If there's any questions that you have that I haven't talked about or anything that you want to know about Bailey, just post it in the comment section below and I'll answer it. And I'm going to end this vlog right here. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.